Hi guys, my name is Akbar. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about something in terms of AI. Okay. So in my previous class, I've clearly discussed about three topics. What are they? What is generative AI? Okay. What is generative AI? For this, an example is what I've given. Your Claude AI, your ChatGPT. What are the AI tools that you are using, and when you are searching for some information, it is going to very common database across the globe, and it's fetching an information that will be considered as a generative AI, which will look for information. uh, Not a dedicated person has been assigned in this case. Okay. Now when coming to AI agents, what these guys are doing, if you have a task, okay, to do, then dedicated person is assigned, so that specific person has been assigned to it. So specific agents, so person has to be replaced with a agent. You have a specific requirement, for that specific requirement you are assigning to the specific people, that will be considered as an AI agents. Okay. Now what is the third one? Agentic AI. When I say agentic AI, what is this agentic AI? Agentic AI, in addition to a specific person assigned to it, it has memory. It is a trained on a specific task. So it will remember yesterday's instructions, today's instructions, and tomorrow's instructions as well. So when you're dealing with Gen AI, which means it's a very common ask, when you're dealing with AI agents, means you are asking a specific task to a specific person. Here an example, whatever we have given, restart of middleware. Here we have given example of a Python script. Here we have given a specific task of take care of your health based on a BP, based on a sugar, which tablet you have to take. Agentic AI, it will work based on the instructions. Now I have to give you some examples which are relevant to your day-to-day life. Okay. Let's open the PPT. Okay. Now from washing machine to AI agents. From washing machine. So in our day-to-day life, we have been daily interacting with machines, correct? You are daily interacting with machines. What are those machines? Your your washing machine, correct? To wash your clothes, your fridge, your AC. So these are all the machines, right? These machines worked based on the instructions. If you are passing on power, and power is there, and you switching on the button, and it expected to work, correct? Either to wash your clothes, either to cool your room, either to cool your items. Okay, now consider each of these machines as an agents. Now when this machine started thinking, then only the LLM will come into the picture. Large language models. When your machine is started thinking, then that is used to help to build the agents. That's all guys, nothing much here. We are already dealing with machines in our day-to-day life. You're not dealing with something new. We are already habituated to the machines. Now is just that machines are started thinking. So for the better utilization of your future, for the better utilization of your career, for the better utilization of your work to be done, whatever the task that you are expected to do, that you are assigning the work in bits and pieces to those respective agents or the machines, trained machines, who is having a memory. That's all. So let me have a quick walkthrough of this. So from washing machine to AI agents on Azure. Let's understand what is happening here. So next, first is every machine works with some basic way instructions: wash and cold, 30 minutes. The machine acts. Follow the steps exactly. Result. Clean clothes, no effect. So you are trying to understand here. Machine started working based on the instructions, and what is the purpose of it? Is it to wash the clothes with the help of washing machine, to cool your room with the help of AC, to cool your kitchen items, food, everything in the refrigerator? Correct. So instructions you are given to the machines, and machines is acting on your instructions, and the result is there. That's all. Every machine works the basic way. Now, imagine the machine could think. Imagine your fridge can think, imagine your washing machine can think, imagine your AC can think. Just I'm trying to explain in a very, very basic way so that you can correlate with the items. Okay. That's what an LLM, large language model, brings to the table. Imagine the LLM, the brain, a model trained on a massive amount of text, so it can read instructions written in a plain human language. You are a trained, okay, a model is a trained on a massive amount of text. A model which is a trained so that it will understand the instructions given by the human, not by speaking, by reading. By giving the instructions, it will read and it will understand and reason about what to do even in a situations it won't explicitly told about. So old machine versus LLM. Washing machine, fixed dial, one program. So when you look at a washing machine, how that mechanism works, when the switch is on, the power has to be there. When the power is there, when the switch is on, the machine started rotating. That's a basic way. Now when you compare this washing machine into the LLM, what will happen? Understand language, adapts its answers to the situation. Now here the basic, very basic thing, when you compare your machines which you are dealing in a day-to-day basis into the LLM, the difference is the model trained on a massive amount of text. This is what the line is very really important. A model that is trained on a massive amount of text. Why it is trained? So that it can read instructions what is written in a plain human language. I hope you guys got instructions very clearly. Now, if you, for example, I'm reading something in English, correct? And I'm trying to understand, which means I've been trained in my school, I've been trained in my college, I've been trained in my graduation days, correct? I've been trained, I've been educated for these many years to understand a new concept, to read, to understand, and to react. Whatever the technology it is, it doesn't matter. Whatever the instructions, that is matters. Am I understanding the instructions? Am I able to read the instructions? After reading, am I understanding? After understanding, that's all. That's all is doing. So, what is the machine is doing? LLM reading the instructions based on how it is reading, because it is a trained. Trained on what? Massive amount of data. It can be images, it can be text, it can be videos, anything. So once it trained, once it read, it has to understand and then react. Correct? Now, this LLM is a trained on massive amount of data. Why it is a trained on massive amount of data? Because it can understand the instructions given by the human. That's all. Okay. Reason about what to do, even if the situations it was not expected, explicitly told about. Okay. Even though you're not telling your agent that what to do, and because of conditions, terms and conditions, it understands. Okay. Let's understand appliance versus AI agents. Some basic idea, instructions in work done for you. But AI agents adds thinking. That's all. What's the difference between normal machine and the AI agents? Thinking and the ability to act on real systems. Follow instructions. Washing machine, fridge, AC. Why I'm always focusing on this area? Because If you understand what the machines are expecting to do, then you'll understand what the LLM is doing. LLM is a thinking. Again, when I say LLM, trained LLM. This LLM will act on it based on the instructions given to the agents. Okay. Now, yes, fix a dial. If it is a rotating, yeah, it can be fan, it can be your washing machine, it can be your AC, it can be your fridge, it can be anything. It's here also it's the same, but here it is dealing with machines, fixed dial. But here it is dealing with plain text in AI agents. Whereas in case of a machine, fridge, AC, dealing with what? Some kind of a fixed dial, some kind of a settings dealing with machine. Okay, understand a new situation. No, only preset programs. So here what is it? Yes, reasons using LLM, large language model. Now takes action, one machine task, many digital tasks, emails, data, tools, everything is there. Okay. Now gets a smarter over time. No, no, because it's not thinking, right? So once you clean your machine, that's more than enough. It will act based on the power instructions until your machine is active. It keep on rotating the energy levels and all everything, but it won't improve. But here there is a thinking involved. Yes, with the better instructions, tools, and data. Goal: save physical labor. So here also, right? Here also it's a saving the physical labor, save time, thinking effort, and digital labor. That's how it is. I hope it's clear. Appliance means items, machines which is working for you based on your instructions. This is also a machine which is working for you, but it has an additional power. What is that additional power? What humans has? Thinking. Now, how an AI agent actually works? Perceive, think, act, learn, and repeat. That's how it grow day by day because thinking is involved. Correct. A simple way of repeating loop powered by an LLM as the decision maker. A simple repeating loop powered by an LLM as the decision maker. Your LLM is thinking. Your LLM is taking decisions. That's where the progress is. It is not in the same situation what it was yesterday because it is thinking. Because it is taking decisions based on the instructions. That's how the AI agents actually works. It perceive what? Based on the instructions, based on the text, based on the images, based on the videos. Correct. This is what I have prepared the PPT. Takes in the task, question, data it needs to work with. And then reasons about what to do next using the trained language model. So your model is a trained. Your model is a trained on what? A massive amount of data. Your model is trained for a specific instructions. Your model is trained to act something, to wake you up something as an alarm, to wash your clothes as a washing machine, to cool your items as a fridge, like that, to remind you about a task, to prepare your PPT for your project, to understand the budget estimation for your project, to understand the monitoring of your project and applications and preparing a monitoring tools, configure the alerts, whatever the instructions that you are going to do it to your LLM. It will take the instructions, think, improve, decision making, repeats. And next day again it repeats. Next day again repeats. That's how when it's keep on thinking and keep on taking decisions, that's how it grow like a human intelligence comes into the picture. I am not in the same place where I was 15 years back. I was doing my education. After my education, I joined the companies, working in the multiple companies, increasing in my positions. That's how step by step growth comes because of continuous learning, because of continuous thinking, because of continuous decision making capacity. That's what it considered as a human intelligence comes into the picture. Earlier, machines was working just a particular task based on the power. That's all. No thinking is involved, no decision making is involved. Nowadays, now you are training the machines as a LLM or you can say as a agents based on set of instructions, massive amount of data to read, understand, decision making capacity. That's how your AI agents will come into the picture. So where does Azure comes in? So this is what really important, guys. Okay, Azure gives you the cloud models and tools to actually build and run agents, reliability and at scale. So now you understand what is this Azure platform. Azure platform will help you to build your agents. Okay, Azure AI Foundry, Microsoft Agent Framework, Foundry Agent Service. What is this Azure AI Foundry? The platform, model, catalog, hosting, security, observability, everything for building AI apps in one place. Everything with respect to apps, you're providing a service in terms of catalog, hosting, servers, security for applications, observability. You mean SRE related activities. So before something monitoring is called as a observability. You have a monitoring tools before taking an action about our monitoring tools that will be considered as an observability. What is next? Microsoft Agent Framework. The open source SDK for building and orchestrating agents, the toolkit that turns an LLM into a working agent. The open source SDK. The open source SDK for building and orchestrating the agent. This is what really important. You need to understand this is where your agents are getting into the picture. Where you are building the agents, orchestrating the agent, the toolkit that runs an LLM into a working agents, where you are converting your LLM into a agents. What it is? MAF, Microsoft Agent Framework. This is what actually dealing with. We go in detail about MAF, how to create an agent. Okay, the toolkit that runs convert LLM into a working agent. Now next is Foundry Agent Service. The managed runtime. Deploy your agent and let Azure handle scaling, identity and monitoring for you. Let me repeat the statement again. The managed runtime. Deploy your agent and let Azure handle scaling, identity, and monitoring for you. So deploy your agent. This is what, which means your agent is coming into an action. And your agent is coming into an action. And what is it doing? It is take care of handling scaling, which is a auto scaling, horizontal scaling, vertical scaling. This is what your agent is expected to do, identity and monitoring for you. Without the agents also there was a task being doing, but to better, faster, speed up your process, agents has come into the picture. Now what you need to understand is if you want to create an agent, you have to deal with MAF. You have to deal with Foundry Agent Service where you are going to deploy the agent. What is the Azure AI Foundry is going to do? The platform, the model catalog, hosting, security, observability, everything for building AI apps in one place. So you need to be a little bit familiar with Azure AI Foundry. You have to be familiar with MAF, Microsoft Agent Framework. You have to be familiar with Foundry Agent Service, okay, where you're deploying the agent. Now, your instructions, LLM, agent, Azure AI Foundry. Okay, the first step. How the pieces connect. Instructions, brain, tools, a human to run it. That's all, guys. You are taking instructions. Your normal machines, what you're dealing at home is also having an instructions, but they don't have a brains. They don't have a special tools, right? Now your agent, now your LLM is having a brain, yeah, special tools to understand the text, to understand images, to understand videos, to understand the inputs, whatever they're given by the humans, and it will act based on that. It will learn from them day by day. Your instructions, very good. Your instructions, first point, your LLM, second point, third is your MAF, Microsoft Azure Framework. Then Azure AI Foundry. What is this Azure AI Foundry is going to do? like all your catalog related activities, model catalog, hosting, security, observability, everything for building AI in apps in one place. You give the agent a goal in a plain language, the LLM reasons through it. The Microsoft Agent Framework wires up the steps and tools. AI Foundry, Azure AI Foundry gives it reliable, secure place to run 24 bar 7. This is how the entire flow is. You are not going to do any magic over here. You are simply passing an information. You are simply giving an instructions to follow to the machine. Machine is having a brain. Machine is having a specific tools, and it is following accordingly. That's all. And for that, Azure is providing a platform, and you have to understand what is the basic LLM, what is MAF, what is Azure AI Foundry. So that's all. What is the key takeaways? What we have understand here is an AI agent is just a smarter version. An AI agent is just a smarter version of washing machine. It does work for you faster with less effort. The LLM is the brain. Understand, guys, this is really important. This is where the game changer is. LLM. LLM is the brain. It understands plain language instructions and reasons about new situations. So why the humans are having such a huge power? Just because of brain, just because of your thinking, just because of your thoughts. If there is a no brain and you're not utilizing your brain, you're not passing on instructions, then you're also a dumb body. That's all. What is MAF? Microsoft Agent Framework is a toolkit that turns a LLM into a working tool using agent. This is really important. Converting a toolkit that turns LLM into a working tool using agent. So basically converting LLM into an agent with the help of MAF. Azure AI Foundry is a cloud home that runs, scale, secures agent in production. So what about important things about agent in terms of a production environment? Azure AI provides that particular facilities. Okay, I hope you guys are very clear. So my whole agenda is I want you to understand AI concept in a very simple way. So that's why I have taken example of your washing machine. That's why I've taken example of your fridge, AC, all those things, because they are all already machines which you are already dealing with in your home, on your day-to-day life. That's all. And we are giving additional instructions to those machines. That is a brain, which is here in AI terminology, you can call it as an LLM. LLM you're converting into an agent with the help of AMF. And once it is converting into the agent, and then agent needs a particular scalability, secures. Okay, all those things will be getting from Azure AI Foundry. What is Azure AI Foundry? Microsoft Agent Framework. We'll do a little bit deep dive analysis in the upcoming sessions. So I hope you are very clear on the picture. Let me have a quick walkthrough from the first PPT. What is here from washing machine to AI agents? Very good. Then washing machine, refrigerator, air condi air conditioner, which is your AC, which means this is a machine working based on instructions without a brain. Okay. An AI agent is simply something that does a job for you better, faster. Now, instructions, machine acts, results. LLM. LLM comes into the picture when you are adding a thinking to the machine. That's where it's important is. Following the instructions, what is the difference between machine and your AI agent? Now, what is next? Perceive, think, act, learn and repeat. Learn and repeat, guys. This is a really focus area. Really focus area, learn and repeat. Perceive. In terms of perceive means what? Takes in the task, question or data it needs to work with. Takes in the task, question, data it needs to work with. So it needs an inputs. That's all. Think LLM. Reason about what to do next using the trained language model. You have given some instructions. and it has understand something, next time it will ask you better question. Next time it will ask you, next time it will give you better answer. Better question gives you better answer. Better question gives you better answer. That's how it repeats. Okay. Using tools, send an email, query data, calls, API. Developers will help you to building an APIs, right? So emails, uh, query data, okay. Learn and repeat, check the result and loop again until the goal is done. Okay. Now what is here? This is really game changing. Azure is providing you the platform. Azure is providing you the platform as Azure AI Foundry, Microsoft Agents, and Foundry Agent Services. This is going to help you to what is that basic things that your agent needs in production environment, how you converts LLM into the agents. You need some platform, right, to create an agent. You need some platform to train your LLM. That's what Azure is providing, and we're gonna deal with in detail in our upcoming sessions. Okay. Now the key takeaways: the LLM is a brain. That's all, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening to me. Please click on like and subscribe my channel. I'll be coming up with new concepts in a better way so that you can understand from very scratch, and learning AI is really fun. And we are going to build the agents in future which will help you in a real time to track your health, to track your applications, to track your application monitoring, to track your infrastructure, how it helpful in the real-time worlds, how the Python script, you don't need to remember all the Python script and all. You just need to know how to give the instructions, get the work done, what is expected from you, and you're giving the instructions, and that's it. It's an era of agents. You need to know how to create an agent, what is an LLM, how to deal with machines, how to train the machines. That's all, guys. Thank you very much. Please click on like and subscribe my channel. Looking for your motivation. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Please click on like and subscribe my channel. Share it as much as you can. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye bye. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.